Hi, I'm Catherine Delaney. It is September 10th, 2020, and this is your Daily Tarot. The first card that we have for today is the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is a card that's asking us where we want to put our attention, ultimately. You know, it's important to consider that our mind, our body, our emotions, and our sense of will should ultimately all be in balance. But when we have something out of balance, and perhaps right now we might be focusing on some emotional concerns, we kind of get torqued, as far as where our attention goes. And this card is asking us, where do you want to put your attention? Because while there are some things that you may be letting go of in your life, much like the trees let go of their leaves every fall season, there also are things going on in your life that are building, that are literally just waiting for you to recognize them and enjoy them. And so this card is all about, what choice do you want to make in that fork in the road, right? The number 5 in Roman numeral system is like a V, a little fork, like you're having to choose a path. And which thing are you wanting to focus on and build on? And it's kind of begging the question, because it's asking you to turn around and recognize that there's 2 cups right behind you, if you just stop focusing on these things that you can't have. The second card that we have for today is the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 is a number of crystallization. When you consider going from the number 1 to the number 9, you're adding something, right? And when you get to 10, it's like something actually gets crystallized into form, and when you reduce that, it's a 1, but it's a more refined 1. And the pentacles have to speak to like our body, what we put value on, material things, our belief system, our ability to make money, and things like that. So, with understanding what we shouldn't put our attention on, right, we're also getting an understanding of what is actually bringing value into our life, what's working, what's practical, what's going to help us build stability in our financial picture. And to also remember that even if you feel a sense of stability and footing in under your feet, that you still will have to continue to work for it. It's not like indefinitely stable. You have to keep putting support around things to keep it in this way. The third card that we have for today is also a number 10. It's the 10 of Cups. And so similarly to the 10 in the previous card, which is all about, crystallizing something that you've been building, this is more crystallizing something that you've been building in your emotional world, in your relationship world, in your sense of like emotional satisfaction. And so this is like the happily ever after card, quite literally. And so, it's important to realize that, what we are letting go of ultimately allows us to get access to these things that bring stability in our life, and that we forget sometimes that where we put our attention can, sometimes be a drag. The reason why I drew a tree in this card was because I was out in an eco-village, and a very dear person in my life was calling me out for not speaking up in a situation, and they asked me what it was all about and what was in my way and what it felt like. And for me, it felt like there was this knot in my throat that was keeping me from saying something, because I didn't want it to hurt somebody. And the next day, I decided to go out and do a meditation out in the woods. And I had brought all my chakra oils with me, and I decided to do this meditation that I was inspired to do in that moment. And I smelled each oil 9 times for each chakra. And when I got to my throat chakra, I heard "let go." And as I heard that, I also heard what sounded like rain around me. And it wasn't rain. It was actually the birch trees that were in the forest that I was sitting in actually letting go of their leaves. And so it was telling of me that, you know, when we feel like we need to say something and we feel the need to speak, it's important to speak because we don't have control over how that lands. But we have to let go. We have to be true to ourselves. We have to listen to our emotional, mental, physical body. And when it tells us to speak, speak up. Because when we don't speak, we can get literally sick. And it was so ironic because as a kid, I always had throat issues and I would swallow my anger, and so learning to let go and say what needs to be said was like really important for me to learn. So, you know, be true to yourself. I hope you have a blessed day, and I hope you are well, and I will see you soon. Much love.